Hello and a warm welcome back to the garden. In this video I'm going to be dividing Geum Totally Tangerine. Our Geum grows alongside this fence and it's grown with the very blue of Geranium ibericum, and the contrast between those blue flowers and those lovely vibrant orange flowers in around May time is just fantastic. It's such a beautiful combination of two plants that really go well together. So the very first thing we need to do is to dig up the Geum and then get it prepared for division. So just using a spade, I'm going to carefully dig around the plant and just loosen the soil around. And then it should just come out very, very easily as one big clump. And if we just knock some of that soil off first, and then that's what we're looking at, a nice big clump and lots of potential for dividing. So out of a clump like this we could get many plants, and I'm hoping to maybe get this clump into a clump of about 3. So I'm just looking at the way it's growing and knock some more of this soil off so I can see, and then using a knife I'm just going to be very, very careful where I make these cuts. So I'm just going to start by making a bit of a central cut, and that's going to go down into that soil. Then if I just tear that, you can see how easily it comes apart. So that is potentially 2 nice clumps, but I'm going to go for some more. So that's a nice big size. I'm going to leave that one as it is, and I'm going to go for some smaller ones with this one. And as you can see, it kind of grows from rhizomes, so each little separate plant, a bit like an offset, and each one of these potentially will grow into its own individual plant. So I'm just going to see how many I can get from this. So as you can see, that again could be split into further clumps, but I'm thinking that's kind of like a nice size that I'm going to keep. So that's one, I'm going to go there, and then this one I might go a little bit further. So this all depends on how many plants you're looking to make, and I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes of how many you could actually make from a size like this. So again, so long as you've got some root on each part that you take away, they will grow perfectly fine. Now, although Geums are not affected by slugs, I am finding that the slugs are using this plant as a bit of a hiding place. So it just goes to show some plants that they don't like to eat, but they will use the plant themselves around the roots or underneath the leaves as a kind of hiding protection place for them to keep away out of the sunshine. So there we go. So that's 3 plants I've made from that one, and this is the largest clump. So I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. So I'm just taking out some of these last year's old growth, and spring's a really good time to be dividing Geums, not just Geums but most of your herbaceous perennials, because they're just coming back into life. They've got all the energy, and when you do put them back into the ground they get off to a really good start. This whole plant was a division originally from one of our plants that we had in our courtyard garden, and I was able to get it back from Andrew's mum and dad, who had a clump of a division, and we took a division of that clump, and now we have it again. And as you can see, we can be dividing and dividing this every couple of years, and it not only maintains the vigour of the plant itself, but it also gives us lots and lots of free plants. And as you can see already, it is starting to grow. I mean, these stems here, I can just see inside, are starting to bear the flowers. So this is going to be really, really exciting. So I think that will do, and we'll get this planted back into the garden. So when it comes to replanting these back in the border, it's really a good idea to make sure that you've got them in the right place and in the right spacing. So we do this by just placing them on the ground, and before we plant, getting them in the positions that we want them in. So I'm probably just going to use 3 of these 4 clumps, because I don't want to put too much in the border. And we do have, I say, Geranium ibericum on this side and a Geranium ibericum on this side. So I think we're pushing our luck if we try and fit any more than 3 back into this border. So with your trowel, you just need to be digging a hole, and you need to be planting these around the same depth that they originally were planted before you did the division. And just make sure you firm the soil in around the roots. And then the final one, in its final place, about there. And I've just got some compost with some farmyard manure that I'm just going to place around the plants, just to give them some added nutrition. And then the label goes in, and then they just need watering. Give them a really thorough soaking. Now most geums will divide in this way, so although this is specifically about totally tangerine, you can use this method on other geums that you do grow in your garden. This particular geum grows to around 90 centimetres tall, has the most vivid orange open flowers, and if you chop back the old flowering stems once it's finished flowering, feed it with some high potassium feed, and then that will encourage multiple more flowers to come. Thank you so much for watching this video on how to divide Geum Totally Tangerine. If you've not grown this variety, please put it on your list. This particular variety does not set seed, so we can reproduce this plant and grow more of it for free by division. I do hope you found this video informative. Please give us a like, please subscribe. Subscribing is free, and if you have any comments, as usual, please drop them in the comments box below the video. We'll see you very soon on the next video. In the meantime, please do take care.